What's up, crew? Welcome back to Libertalia Game Supply. Yes, you read that title correctly. Today I'm going to show you how to make Blue Eyes Shining Dragon off of a one-card combo. Now let's get one thing clear first. This is strictly worse than just playing Blue Eyes. If you look at this list here, it's pretty much just the 3 structure deck build with a few extra things thrown in. But if you're old like me and you watch Pyramid of Light in theaters, you always wanted a way to summon Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, and this support is good enough to do that, and so I had to find a way to make it happen. So the thing specific to making the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon is, for one, the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. You gotta have that. Very searchable. The 2 Blue Eyes on the 1 alternative. We need 3 Blue Eyes names, either on the field or in the graveyard, in order to use that Ultimate Fusion to summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and then make the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. This is not really being played anymore, but rather than playing the 3 Blue Eyes, the 1 extra one can give you the potential to make a board that doesn't suck. And so rather than just playing the 3 vanillas, I thought the 1 was good. The Priestess, not necessarily standard right now, but this is 100% necessary in the combo to get to the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, because it's not really searchable by anything else that's any good. Down here we got the Double Tempest, which is necessary for setting up these guys in the graveyard or hand or field or whatever with the Kazmatis, so a little Dragon Ruler love there. The Magnum Hut, just kind of a standard tech choice in Blue Eyes decks if you like being able to search in the M phase. I was going to play Druis Worm or Double Druis Worm, but didn't have room, wanted to play the other stuff. The rest of this is all pretty normal other than these 4. We got the 1 Dragon Ravine, which is, once again, setting these guys up in the graveyard, and the triple Piri Rice map, because technically you can pull off the Shining Dragon combo off of Sage, Maiden, or one of these in your opening hand. And so making that almost 25% of the deck means you're going to see it fairly often in a 5-card hand. And worst comes to worst, if you see one of these other 2, you would just use this as discard fodder if you needed to. The extra deck, once again, pretty standard. The only differences here is we got the 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon in there to summon off of our Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. This is just to get to that Dragon Ravine, so you get that dump. The 1 Kazmatis is a search, and then the 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is needed to make the Shining Dragon. So pretty standard stuff. We'll get right into this combo here. I'll show you how it works. Alright, so for this combo, as stated, we just need a Sage, a Maiden, or a Piri Rice to get this going. If you don't have the Sage and you have the Maiden, you'll just reverse the order, and if you have Piri Rice, you're going to get the Sage because you're not going to normal summon the Maiden. We're going to treat the Piri Rice as our discard here, so we'll get the normal summon, we're going to get our search, we'll grab the Maiden. We're going to use this Maiden effect so we can get our True Light on the board. True Light is going to use its effect to put Wishes on the board, and then this is where it starts to deviate from your standard good Blue Eyes combo into this degenerate nonsense. We'll get the discard, and our searches here are going to be Priestess and Ultimate Fusion. Now we need to get to that Mausoleum, so we're going to make our Spirit. Spirit's going to get us our Mausoleum to the hand, and then we'll activate that Mausoleum to get us our extra normal summon. So we'll normal summon that Priestess. Priestess has an effect. When it gets targeted by an effect, it can send an effect monster you control to the graveyard to search 2 Blue Eyes monsters with different names, and Mausoleum has an effect to dump if we target something. So we're going to target the Priestess. Priestess is going to target itself, and we get 2 searches. So we're going to grab Blue Eyes Shining Dragon because we need it, and we're going to grab the alternative because we're going to get rid of it momentarily, don't you worry. Then we'll dump 1 of our Blue Eyes from our deck to the graveyard, and we're going to use our Spirit to get that Blue Eyes back. So Blue Eyes will hit the board. On that return, we'll get Maiden. Maiden will hit the board, and then we are all set up for a Synchro Summon here, so we're going to make Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Then say goodbye to Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon because we need that Ancient Fairy Dragon. And then we'll use this Ancient Fairy Dragon effect. We're going to pop our own Mausoleum, and we're going to grab Dragon Ravine. Now right here, you could finish the combo up pretty well with the Dragon Ravine on the board, but you're going to end on Blue Eyes Shining Dragon and Ancient Fairy Dragon, which is an awful board to pass to your opponent. So we're going to try to make a little something extra out of this. We're going to use the Ravine to dump 1, and we're going to discard our alternative, and we're going to send a Dragon. Now the Dragon is not the one you expect. It's going to be Tempest. So now Tempest is going to have to come to the board. We're going to banish these 2 because the other ones are not available. We need them. And then we'll overlay Tempest and Ancient Fairy for Kazmatis. And Kazmatis has an effect where it can dump a Dragon Ruler and then copy its discard effect. So we'll dump a Tempest. We can detach a Tempest. It doesn't really matter, I guess. And then we're going to get a Search. So we're going to grab that last Blue Eyes to our hand. So now you have everything you need. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Pick the right one. 1, 2, 3. And Big Daddy's on the board. And then Big Daddy's off the board, and potentially Bigger Daddy is on the board. So now this is what you're passing, which is not much better. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon does have a little built-in protection, and Kazmatis has a floating effect, so if they clear this, you'll get a Tempest back, which doesn't do much for you, but it's better than nothing, I guess, which is about where we were at before. But there we go, we did it. 1 card, or I guess 1.5 card Blue Eyes Shining Dragon combo. And really the nice thing about this is if you were to open any of the things you searched at any point, you can just grab the other stuff you need for the other part of a good Blue Eyes combo, and you can build a lot more of a board here. So you can kind of play around with it. It doesn't totally suck. It's just not optimal in any way. So play around with it. Let me know how it feels to have the power of Kaiba in the palm of your hands. Happy deck building. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.